Hello, fellow YouTubers. Trouble8385 here with YouTube Gaming Community number 4. What a interesting couple days it's been since this last video. When I started doing YouTube Gaming Community, part of it was because I wanted to do something else. I get bored with things after a while that don't interest me anymore, So, and one of the things that I guess planted the seed for this was I remember when J-Boy Pac-Man had his troll problem. I was thinking there ought to be someone on YouTube to call out these trolls so people know to block them, or have people send them the message, the copy of the message of the troll message, so that they look at the troll and call these trolls out. And if anybody has a troll, gladly send me a copy of the message who they are, and I'll look at their channel and call them out if they really are a troll. And then the other thing was, Retro Gamer VX had his community tag, and I did it. And I said, I'm really not very active in the community. A lot of people who started at the same time I am have grown to have hundreds and thousands of people on their channel, and it's because they were very active in the community. It wasn't, and I'm very proud of all the people that I've either left comments from when I started, and how they've grown and be very active and very good for the community. And when I start this, I'm not going to ever talk about how many subs I have or milestones. And the first couple episodes, I tried really hard not to even mention anybody who I'm a friend with on here, because I didn't want to ruin or didn't want to make this a joke. I also tried really hard not to mention big channels, because I didn't want this thing to become, he's just mentioning the big channels, so they check him out and they shout him out and he gets more subs off those channels. Well, when number 3 went up, and I happened to be on YouTube a couple days later, and an unusual thing, I had 4 hours straight to spend on YouTube, and all of a sudden the front page of my channel started getting a bunch of messages, and I started getting a bunch of messages in my inbox, and comments on the video, and the views went up really fast. And I had sent a message to GameStraight1 about it, because hey, I told him I was going to put in a video he could check out to make sure I said what he said and not said something else, because there are people out there who will change what people say just to make it sound, make it sound better or good. People who say things just to get a reaction. And he left a comment, which was nice, and it was cool. And then all of a sudden Peter Dorr left me a comment. I was kind of surprised, because really finding another YouTube channel on here now with the thousands and thousands of channels, it's like finding a needle in a haystack. It really is. There are so many new channels on YouTube a day. And then he was nice enough to send me a message, be very, very encouraging, very nice. And then he said feature me on his front of his channel page, and I went, oh crap. Because when you're a small channel, the people who tend to navigate usually to your channel are smaller, anti-big channel thing. And when they hear that anybody big shouts out, they hear the whole Star Wars Evil Empire theme music. So that'll be interesting to see how many, because of things that recently happened, how many people are actually my friends on YouTube, and how many people pretend to be your friends on YouTube. Also, Amisbro put me on, check out his channel on his homepage, and so did Equilibrium Gaming. And I was just blown away, because just a week ago I was on nobody's checkout channel list. I don't actually ever gonna say subscribe to me. I'm never gonna kiss people's butt to get that. I figure if people want to check out my channel, they find it. And if you make videos, continually make videos, you'll get a person or two so often who get to your channel. But really, the truth, to grow on YouTube, people either have to put you on your checkout channel list, which also puts you normally on their, when you subscribe to their channel, here's other channels to subscribe to, or shout outs, or you comment on a lot of people's videos. Because and the other one is these live streams. You go in there, a Tark77's live stream, or Valis77, Steve Benway does, Wasp Spray, they all do live streams. And you get in there and you talk to other people, and I've checked out channels because I was on a live stream and liked what they said, and I'll check out their channel. Those are the ways that you grow on YouTube. I mean, sometimes, one guy, 2 guys can be doing the exact same review on the exact same game. One guy blows up and the other guy doesn't. And one guy blows up because for some reason or other, the right person at the right time checked out his channel and started promoting it, or this person has some personality or something that just stands out compared to this person. Anyway, enough about rambling about that. Let me get to my rant first of all. This is something I saw today that kind of really put a fire underneath my rear. New Banga supposedly did this Friday the 13th joke video where he said he was going to leave YouTube and go to a website, which I will not talk about because I don't like people who just simply get on here to promote their little website. Now, this guy is got over 3,000 videos up on YouTube. He's got 3,661 subscribers. He's subscribed to over 1,400 channels. He leaves comments. He's very active in the community. A lot of things on his page he has on the side of rules are things I agree with. But he made this video, and the video, despite him saying it was a Friday the 13th joke, it was simply a advertisement for the website that he does commentary and videos for. That's why he did the video. Now, I haven't watched his videos enough. Heck, the only reason someone does a video like this is either not only to promote the website, but some people do it to stroke their ego. Oh, don't leave YouTube. Oh. But I don't know him. I can't say that. But this was just a promotional video, and he has since taken it off YouTube. And on the front of his page, he had to put, "I'm not leaving YouTube." Because if he really thought this was really, really a joke, at the very end he would have put, "Oh, sorry, this is a joke. Ha ha ha." It wasn't. So, and that's the thing that bothers me. Is so many people have websites on YouTube now. And I'm watching all these channels. I'm waiting for, it's nothing wrong when you put, hey, your homepage, hey, check out my website, or and your comments, each of details, hey, my website's here, or hey, guys, one video say, hey, guys, if you want to check it out, I have a website. But when you do things just to, I'll put, whore out your website, it bothers me. It wants to really unsubscribe to your channel. Because, listen, as the gaming community gets bigger, there are going to be more and more opportunities for people in the gaming community on YouTube. Some people are going to get interviewed on TV. I know some already have. Some people, at some point, somebody's going to get interviewed on a big, huge national TV show. It's just going to happen. It's a matter of time. Some people are going to get the opportunity presented to them one way or another. At some point, one YouTuber I imagine, at some point, could be on a major gaming website. There's nothing wrong with being on a major podcast. There's nothing wrong with embracing the opportunities given to you. But when you I want to say, whore yourself out and ruin your integrity to do that, it bothers me, because it's like, oh, the YouTube community will forgive me because I'm whoring out this channel. No. So anyway, enough about my rant. So now I talked about all that. I checked Peter Dorr, because I checked out some of the major guys to see if the last time they did shout out just something to interest me for some reason or other. And it had been 11 months since he did a shout out video. Well, so Peter Dorr ends up doing a new promotional gaming items and gift video, which I will link in the bottom, as I always do. And he gave all these people a bunch of shout outs. Now, I'm going to talk about some podcasts here. Now, as I talked last episode, I had mentioned about the Mondo Cool Cast, and I had checked it out and listened to it. And just like AllGenGamers, he's still in the finding the whole formula and his groove in his podcast. And he starts off talking about what he wants to talk about, and he does, I don't for a lot of cussing, but it's clearly his personality. It's not like he does it just for reactionary purposes. Some people do in their videos, do things for reaction. And he did his interview with Tarek777, and what really blew me away about the interview was how he did it just the way it just sounded like two guys talking about games, and him talking about his podcast, and Tarek's talking about his setup and his stream and things that happened to him, and YouTube. And at the very end, he shouted out all the people who had been in his live chat. And it was a very interesting podcast. We were interested to see how it goes as he gets more comfortable with it, and who he has on it. I know he's already put out, in case you're interested, August 14th will be the next live chat for his next podcast at 10 p.m. Eastern Time, so if you're interested in checking that out. Now, I checked out AllGenGamers number 2 that came out on Wednesday, and they had Spida1a and Lukemorse1 on it, and it was very entertaining. They're still trying to find a way. See, the problem with their podcast is they're trying to learn to do talking in real life to somebody on Skype and talking in a podcast are two different things. So they're overstepping each other and stuff. They're still learning I like to call rhythm on their podcast. You see a lot of podcasts first off do this. They're trying to find the rhythm, once they find the rhythm. But both those podcasts that I just mentioned, as long as they have people in the YouTube gaming community, I'm going to obviously have to talk about them if they keep having different people in the YouTube gaming community stuff. If they don't have people from the YouTube gaming community, then I won't talk about them. Now, the third one I saw was Stu and Mick Podcast. that David Hass3L Hoff had, and it's all on YouTube. He just did a video for him where I just had a picture and the audio. So there's another one if you're interested in checking it out. Because I don't want to play favorites to any one person. Ruin the whole point of this. Now, there were a couple shout out videos done this week on YouTube. Amisbro had done a People Help YouTube Volume 1. It was just simply him Google typing their name in and showing the, just the links that came up with them. And so he did shout outs for people. And then JimmyClassy just had the 300 subs video where he shouted out a bunch of, like 20 people on YouTube for people to check out. So check out both those. And now it's time for me to get all the small channels you may be interested in checking out. Now the first one is You Big Notes. He has 8 subs, been on YouTube for 2 months. He does a lot of reviews. Next up is One Northern Outpost. He has 70 subs. He's been on YouTube for 8 months. He does Memory Lane series. That's how he titles them. He's just basically doing older games and playing through them, and if you're interested in checking that out. And next is SteaGZ. He has 10 subs. He's been on YouTube. Actually, the time I checked him, only 2 days, so it's been probably a week at this point. And he basically just has a bunch of wrestling game videos. So if you want to go down memory lane of a bunch of wrestling games, go check out his channel. Oh, wrong page. Hold on here. There we go. Next up is Air Combo. He has 2 subs. He's been out for 1 month. He does gameplay. He has done a couple of different reviews of a couple of different arcade sticks, and he has done pickup videos. Next up is Nemesis3561. He has 103 subs. He's been on YouTube for 5 months. He's done collection, pickups, gameplay, and package videos. Next up is Old Dusty Gamers with a Z instead of an S. He has 96 subs. He's been around for 9 months. He has collection, game. He has done a gamer video, a gameplay video, and pickup videos. And next up is SHARZ. He has 119 subs. Been on YouTube for 1 year. He does collection videos, package video, gameplay. He does restore videos and fixing videos. Next up is Retro Rewind. He has 48 subs. Been on YouTube, done videos for 5 months. He has gameplay and pickup videos. Next up is P5. Well, he meant to be Psycho Fox. I don't know why people put numbers in the middle name. They just can't simply. Anyway, 58 subs. Been on YouTube for 4 months. He has done magazines, collections, reviews, and if I'm saying this right, he'll probably correct me. Amstrad CPC 464 and Commodore Amiga videos. Next up is Wooden Gamer. He has 42 subs. He's been on YouTube for 3 months. He's done pickups, collection, unboxing, room tour, and his pickups are mainly Atari games. And next up is CJR. 3 subs. He's only done 2 videos. He's been on YouTube basically for less than a week. He's done his intro video was interesting to watch because he has a huge TV behind him. As playing, I'm going to try to pronounce Castle of Shigami 3. It's basically a shooter. That's the video is just in the back of it as he's talking. Next up is a guy who sent me a message. Check out his channel. It's DJ Shady 14. He has 64 subs. He's been on YouTube for 4 months. He does basically talking about upcoming games while showing the trailers of it. And the games he's usually talking about are first-person shooters. And he does really in depth about the games. He really obviously knows the shooters. So if that interests you, check him out. Next up is, if I can turn the page, Footloose 20,005. He has 250 subs. He does vlogs, pickups, collections, Q&A, and scenery videos. I'm just going to spell this one because I can't pronounce it. MURAGARU 553. He has 36 subs. He's been on YouTube for 4 months. Now he currently lives in Japan. He does 2 different types of series on his channel. He does Gaijin Gaming, where he talks about games, and then he does Gaijin Gaming Gaiden, where he talks about non-game stuff. And he lives in Japan, so all this is obviously Japan-related stuff. It's really cool stuff. Next is HOOF Long 128. He has 8 subs. He's been on YouTube for 2 months. He does pickup videos. His last video was the PS2 game Mobile Light Force 2, which is a shooter. So if that interests you, check him out. Next is Explosions Hurt 1. He has 26 subs. He's only been on YouTube for 1 month, but he has done 66 videos in 1 month's time. And a lot of his videos are fighting game videos. So if you like fighting games, check out his channel. Next is the Chilean Retro Gamer TV. They have 98 subs. When I checked them out, they only been on YouTube for 1 week. Basically, their videos are videos of their live streams of retro games that they have played. So those are all the channels to check out. So guys, till next video.